just go through and just tidy up. Yes, you know what I'm like. I do like the clean bottoms and me clean crotches. Clean crotches with junipers only if it's a very full tree, right? Because if it's a tree that you want to, it's got long gangly branches and you need to fill it out a little bit later on, you need to remove, you need to keep those, that crotch growth to take over later on. Have you got a pair of scissors here? You can see this little tiny little bit there that's sticking out. Yeah. Nice C-shaped foliage part. Just look at that. And you can actually take that off. You see what I mean?
That'll push the growth back in.
Pushes the growth a little bit back in, keeps the foliage pad nice and neat. Again, taking off those nice little bits underneath to keep it nice and neat, and all them buds up to the light. You know, so, and it just keeps it in good shape. Taking away the stuff now, as I say, so that when the tree starts to store its energy in its foliage for next year, you're not taking it off, because it's still at that stage where it'll be all right to remove a little bit of foliage. The window's closing though, right? But you can see that there, that's a lot neater on the bottom, right? Any little bits like that, sometimes you can just tuck up, right, rather than actually take them off. But have a good look underneath, right? And any little, see, even one or two of them little bits right underneath there. You can,
so anything that doesn't pull, just cut it off.
Yeah, so then you can see you've got a neater, so you've got that flattish, round, but with a bit of volume in the top, with all the buds up to the light. And then you can start to see this next one. You will do exactly the same with that. If anything doesn't want to come off easily, don't pull too hard. Use the scissors like this one here. Just that little bit there, right? Because if you can pull bark off and it'll dry the little twig out. And then usually right at the end you can do a little bit of twisting of the foliage part just to get it into position. Right. And any little dead bits in there, just take them off and just twist that around. And you can see that nice little gap under there. We've got maybe a little bit too much of a gap going on in there, so we just might need to rejig a little bit of that foliage around.
I don't think any of the wires digging in on this yet,
no,
so it's just
junipers don't, the wire doesn't seem to bite in as quickly as it can do on pines and larch and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's your little task for that for now. Right. What I would say is, long as you do the whole tree in one sitting, because what happens is that you can see most definitely that that's the dominant part of the tree. You know, it's getting very broccoli type, like junipers tend to do. You know, it's very, very strong up here. It's pretty strong all over that, so there's nothing wrong with the tree. There's a couple of slightly weaker areas that need addressing, as in the balancing of the tree. And then, just to answer the question, if you can't work the tree in one sitting because life gets in the way, family commitments, work, all the rest of it, do the strong area first and then put the tree away and then come along and do a little bit more. If you're going to do the whole tree in one sitting, which really you should do, it doesn't matter. But if you can't, for whatever reason, do the strong bit first so you don't weaken the weak bit and then leave the strong bit, and that's going to get stronger. Yeah. But, right? Brilliant.
Like they said, they both say 620 and a light one, light brown.